Hey, Crockett36 here, and I got some good news from Ice Cream. The app I used to use. I'm using a Microsoft sniping tool right now. It's pretty lame, but I mean it's doing the job. So I have a pair of new headsets, and of course they don't pair with my laptop. So as soon as I get some time, I'm going to look that up. But here we go. We are talking about not America, turn 8. Excuse me. We are talking about Germany, turn 8, Russia, turn 8, Japan, turn 8. We'll see how far I get. I'm taking a break right now. I'm really interested in this air battle. He does scramble in this one. And hoping for a little bit of luck for the Russians. We'll see. I have had some interactions, or at least I've seen some interactions that are pretty significant for this game. So it's going to be a lot of fun talking this through, and getting feedback. Actually, these guys are open to feedback and have said so on the threads. Here it is. Game loaded purchases. Okay, so this is ground and pound. This is, I would assume, the mechs. I'm guessing, if I understand anything about strategy, that the mechs are, I'm going to say they're going to go into West Germany, because that's what he's done before. That if it was me, it'd be 3 mechs in Novgorod and 3 artillery in Ukraine. So that's what I would do, and then 6 and 7 back. Maybe 3 mechs in Stalingrad, and the rest back home. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, so nothing to, round 8. Okay. I'm in 7, sorry. How the heck did I get into 7? Oh, sorry, here we go. Alright, I expanded the wrong one. I was wondering, that Navy right there. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to actually slow this down. We'll see if I get through the whole thing. So he buys, okay, 2 more bombers. Okay, less troops. So taking a look at the situation, I'm still saying the tanks and the mech are out east and the 2 bombers are out east. So he just injected 6. Oh, he can also put, he could put 3 more in there. Okay, I'm saying 6 is going on the coast over here. No, I gotta say, I don't understand that. I would think 3 more mech, less infantry. They moved, the fleet moved away. So what does he have to defend against? And the answer is I'm not even sure. What's the logistical train? Look at this. Look at this. So this is it. I mean, this is an expeditionary force as opposed to the arm that's reaching from a body that is building, waves and waves and waves, reserves. This is it, and it is not impressive. So I don't know. I gotta say, I'm not sure why you would build that many infantry. Okay, so grabbing some territory this time. He's going to do some skirmishes. He wants Russia to have to be able to commit troops, and Russia will have to try to, parse that out and see what happens. All right, so he is going to deplete his navy, which is interesting. Is there any fear to that? I'm just going to check real quick. Destroyer there, can't reach. No destroyers. So this is a freebie. 1, 2, 3. No, the destroyer can be destroyed. So obviously, if I was him, I'd be taking the destroyer as a casualty if he gets hit. Alright, let's go. Air battle. Okay, here it is. 3 units coming in. I'm sorry. 3 units coming in, 5 scrambles. Okay, so then obviously they get a hit with the 1 to 3, but the 1 to 5 gets a hit too. So the plane goes down and the plane goes down. Okay, so dead even. That is more hurtful to the Germans than it is to the Russians, in my opinion. Now that sucks, right? So 1 dice at 2. Okay, and he gets how much damage? 12 damage. So amazing. See, that's where low luck blows. Because that could have been if you were in low luck, you would never do that battle. You would never send 3 planes against 5 planes. But in this, you do. All right, so battle is successful with A hits. Germans win, and Samara is taken with 0 casualties for the Germans. Blagda taken with 0 casualties. Bryansk is stacked, sandbagged, and then okay, so that's it right there. See it? Okay, so he's got to put those in there. If he didn't, they'd be slaughtered, obviously. So this is how he divvies up his defenses. 7 mech going to Yugoslavia. Wow, dude. All right, 3 units in Ukraine. I can't understand. Can't understand it. I do not. I disagree with that strongly. That is just what the heck. I mean, those 2 infantry are. And those 3 units cannot put the knife to the throat in Novgorod, but the ones in Ukraine could. I do not understand this. He's a very good player. He's a champion player. I am not. Oh my goodness. What the heck? $57, $62, $72. Okay, I got to see the edits in that case. Adding units owned by 1 mech from Ukraine. Removing from Ukraine and going to Volograd. All right. I'm just going to say that if you wanted a knife to the throat, I'm trying. Okay. Let's assume he's right. If he's right, what? The troops in Finland are no longer necessary. Could take a step away to Karelia. The troops, the units in Ukraine. Is there a reason you would have more than 3 units in Ukraine? I don't see it. I don't see why you need, why you shouldn't be in Bryansk. The units in Volgograd. Can opening Russians. British assault Volgograd. Who cares? British assault. There's no way. I don't get this. That's blockable, by the way. Tambov and Samara could be so well defended that that the 4 units could not handle it. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So 4 units. So the units in Volgograd, Stalingrad could be blocked from attacking Moscow. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers here. 53 and 38. That's 80, 91 plus the purchase of almost 10. 91. It's got 6 damage. I thought he had more. Okay, I don't. I would love to know the configuration here. Why he's. I mean, if he goes to Bryansk, he can't be blocked from returning. I don't think he can be blocked from returning to. Okay, so Russia takes this. The Brits block this. The Russians block this. The Italians open it back up, and he retakes Stalingrad. I would think. The numbers. It's pretty specific. He obviously really thought about this. This is the mobiles right here. 8 and 8. So 8 and 8. 16 units. But if he wants to cut it off, he's got to leave 4 here. Which I don't think is worth it, by the way. Throwing away 4 units in order to block the Italians from reinforcing. 1, 2, 3. No, and that's not going to do it because the airplanes can reach. So it'd have to be even more than that. Okay, I'm going to let that go because, you look and you say, well, why did he do this? And I would assume that the answer is because he wanted to, because he wants to hold this. Why this? Why these planes obviously have a forking ability, right? I mean, these planes can be brought into 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these planes obviously have a double purpose. I understand that. It's the other units besides the ones that were recently purchased that I can't exactly get my mind around. I do not understand how Greece offers a huge threat. So that's a little confusing to me too. I mean, it could be. He's got 7 plus the 3 plus the 2 plus the 2 more. Probably these 2 also could reach. So Greece will have a hard time standing. And I don't see. The other thing to worry about with Greece is you get those units there, and it's hard to get them useful anywhere else for a while. And like I said, I mean, this is an expeditionary force of 3, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11 plus the aircraft. He doesn't actually have that many units in this area. This seems to be an overreaction. And honestly speaking, it also, if you notice right here, look at this, right, these two areas, no reinforcements. This is an expeditionary force with not enough logistical support. All right, let me quickly go to the Russians, and I'm going to give this up and not do the. I don't think I'm going to do the others. It's getting a little long. Like I said, the big question when I'm reading these things is, what wouldn't I do? And I'm assuming that he's better than I am, and I will continue to assume that. So it's the purchase for Russia, 4 infantry, repairs, and repairs 4. I just have $4 left. He had to repair 15 damage, so that's huge, and has $0 left over, I assume. He's got $3 left over. Oh, all right. All right, and he is going to skirmish. And does combat, wins with no casualty, combat but loses, and flies them home. Puts everything in Russia, puts 4 down, ends with $29. Okay, so $29. Let's take a look at Russia real quick. Pretty simple. Sub and 114. How many units? He has 94 units here. So then, and here, and those bombers are finally there with an infantry there, and that is no longer a threat because someone, oh, the Anzac fighter went against it. All right, I think he's in healthy shape. I think when I read it that now here is, one more unit. Could have been a blocker, or he could send a fighter blocker to block these guys. And if he had an Anzac fighter blocker, which he does, these guys are out of Moscow. They cannot attack Moscow. All right, let's see what happens. They buy. Okay, that is ground and pound and defend the homeland. Okay, so the naval, as good as he's done with the Navy, it is coming to an end. You are eventually going to see either a final showdown or you are going to see a retreat to a distant corner of the galaxy. Is usually what you see there. All right, so we are going to invade, and we're going to buy that stuff, and we're going to invade, attacking, skirmishing in Amur, Shenxi, India, invasion of Celebes, invasion of Borneo, and invasion of India. Okay, a little fleet there, and has the casualty is only the sub. Only casualty is Allied casualty. Oh, there's a Japanese casualty. Haha, love it. Celebes is a victory with 1 casualty. Yay! Always love to see. Nice. And a casualty for the Axis. Great. Allied headquarters, it rejoices. And a casualty. No casualty. Reduced to 3. I'd be really interested to see the money right now. Disposition of units. 10 in Japan. 3 artillery. It's a mistake, man. That is a mistake. 3. Lost blockade, none. $71, $76, $81. So $81. So how do we fault? How do we critique this? Philippines is obviously worth a lot of money for the opposition, but this is the $5 bonus. $5 bonus for Calcutta. Well, how's the empire look? It looks good. Money islands are secure. Is that going to hold? So I'm assuming that he thinks it is. I'm assuming he thinks that is going to hold. Let's go to territory right here. This contains 26 units, 25 of which are combat. This contains 36 units, 3 of which are not non-con. Nope. I'm sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So 30 units are warships. Bombers. Can bombers hit that area? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if that had an air base, a Russian air base, those bombers could have participated in this battle. But it does not, sadly. Interesting decision right there. But I mean, he's up against it, so you know how can you critique? Okay, so what else? Awesome that they've lost their impetus, their mojo in Russia. No real offensive power. Certainly know where to run. There's some runners, but heading into German territory. That's nice. Another runner. I mean, I can't. This is interesting. This is. I wonder whether the Americans will attack or not. Obviously, they're going to bomb, and they can bomb 2 different areas for a total of $26. So even with this $71 income that Japan is looking at, they're looking at their factories being shut down. So this is actually a $71. So subtract 20 from that. That's 51. Subtract 6 more. That's 45. So their actual income right now is going to be 20 No scrambling fighters for Japan. That's an interesting choice, right? So Japan's actual income is going to be $45. So that's pretty. And any convoying? They could. There's a lot of units. No. Nope. Nothing can be convoyed. Java could be convoyed. All right, I am dying to know whether this fleet gets attacked. But other than that, I mean, and other than the bombing, I mean, well, what do we have more bombers over here, by the way, 5 more. And 2 more subs. Already a convoying sub. So right there, this right here, did he lose any convoy? I love when they lose the convoy. 0. So that can happen once in a while, but eventually this is going to start. This is going to start costing them 6. So even when he shut down the factory, that's going to be 45 with the factory, and with these extra subs, that's going to be $8 off. So real income that he can expect next turn, not $71, not even $45. We're talking $37. Japan will have a real income of $37 by next turn. Guarantee it. And that's game over. So, unless Moscow falls, and falls spectacularly, which, by the way, it can't because we're playing a low-luck game. I will give you a spoiler alert. Odds on this are 52% Axis victory with one bomber left over. If all the odd dice don't add up to an Axis victory. If the odd dice add up to an Axis victory. So these forces right here that can reach, all gone. This gone, gone, gone. So then he's left with, those are gone, two bombers. Those bombers are gone. So interesting. This is about to. I mean, this is. Anyways, this is a little longer, but I do want to concentrate on the details because I'm trying to learn. They're making decisions that I would not make, but they're champions and I'm not. I keep hearing the echo of "Don't lose Calcutta cheaply." He just did. If he would have stayed for that fight, what would have happened? So I'm assuming with 21 infantry, he loses all these infantry and probably a good portion of this and ends up with a few left, right? Plus the anti-aircraft shoots down a bunch of planes. So on the other hand, they would have to worry about, this acts both ways, right? If this force goes north, if the Japanese take over this, or this, or even Egypt, these guys can swing pretty fast. He's only got 11 walkers, and they reach Persia and Iraq, and these 16 can reach Egypt. So, interesting choices. Obviously, he's letting him. How can you not say that he is letting him make $71 so that Japan can then lose $26 and then eventually lose 26 plus 8, which equals $34. And this sub right here can move on to convoy this area for another up to $6. So actually, you'd be talking. Oh, and these subs right here could spread out to this area as well, and to the Celebes, and all of a sudden, Japan could be having a destroyer war, and he's only got 3 destroyers in position. Okay, you can say that's a destroyer in position. So he's got 4 destroyers in position to take care of subs that could spread and convoy 6, 19, 20, 42, and nope, he did not buy subs for them. So his subs would be occupied, his destroyers would all be occupied in skirmish actions when every one of his factories, with the exception of French Indochina, where he would have to produce destroyers. So there is a lot of potentiality here for the complete collapse of the Japanese Empire. Like spectacular. I am now dying to see what happens. Oh, man. Okay, that's correct. 36, way over time.